demonstrate how to properly configure a UTP networking cable. So before we officially begin the demonstration, let me first tell you the materials or things that you'll be needing in configuring a UTP cable. First is you need a UTP, none other than a UTP cable. It must be around 1 meters or 1 yard. Okay. It is available in different colors. You can see that I have here a blue one. It's available in color blue, green, and gray. Actually, gray is the most common color of a UTP cable. There's just different color codings as it is per manufacturer's preference. The vendor or manufacturer's preference. Anyway, UTP cable are not that expensive, so you can buy it in your local hardware stores or online. Okay? And for a UTP cable, the specifications would be you'll be needing a UTP cable Cat 5E or category 5E. We have already discussed that in chapter 3, in which we have different types of network cables to be used with different network settings or setups. Okay. So, again, for your UTP cable, it must be at least 1 meters long, and it must be Cat 5E or category 5 enhanced. And after UTP cable, you'll be needing at least 2 RJ45 to be attached on both ends of the UTP cable. Hindi isa lang po ilalagyan natin, both ends. So, lalagyan natin to, and then lalagyan natin to. Kasi usually, a UTP cable, doon sa pinag-aralan natin, di ba? Yung isa nakakonect sa network device, router or modem, and then yung isa naman is nakakonect sa ating laptop or devices. Okay. Pero pag kasi na-crimp nyo na siya, hindi na siya magagamit ulit yung RJ45. Ang gagawin nyo lang is, kakat nyo tong UTP cable, and then pwede kayo magkabit pero panibagong RJ45 na naman to at panibagong arrangement na naman ng wires, which you will know later on. Kaya I advise na for RJ45 at least buy 6 pieces. So in case na siguro naman twice lang kayo magkakamali, reservean nyo na lang yung isa, hindi kayo pabalik-balik or pabili-bili. So at least make it 6 pieces. Okay, for each UTP that you will going to be configure. Okay, so now let us first begin. I forgot to mention the crimping tool. So this is what a crimping tool or a typical crimping tool looks like. Ayan. So as you can see, it has a socket. This is where you will latch or lock your RJ45. Okay, and we have a blade on the lower part. The blade is used for cutting your wires or cutting your cable. Okay, so now we can begin our demonstration. So, we also need a LAN tester in order to test if your cable is properly configured and working. Pero I didn't bring in the LAN tester with me. So, I'll just demonstrate to you how to properly configure muna a UTP cable. Okay, first, get your UTP cable. Again, it must be a Cat 5E. Doesn't matter what color you use as long as it is Cat 5E type. Okay, get your crimping tool and then insert your UTP cable in your crimping tool. Wait, I'll just fix my tablecloth. Okay, and insert it with the blades. Okay, carefully, okay, do not press it too hard. Carefully press your crimping tool like this, and then gently twist it. Okay, make sure that you only cut the protective cover and not the wires inside. I forgot to mention that your RJ45 must be 8 pin. Okay, once the 8 insulated pairs of wires are exposed like this, okay, you can now pull it either using a crimping tool or using your bare hands. Ayan. So this is the 8 insulated copper wires inside a UTP cable. As you can see, it is still twisted. We need to untwist each pairs and straighten it using your thumb. Okay, I'll just get rid of the twist in the wires. Ayan. Okay. So also you may use scissors, pero be careful with using your crimping tool, especially do sa may blade na part and even on your scissor, as you might injure yourself. Okay. And using your thumb or fingertips, carefully straighten the wires. Okay. I'll just closer so that you can see. Ayan. Kasi hindi pa sila nasi-straighten, so we have to straighten the wires. Okay. Once that it is already straightened, you can now arrange it in their proper color coding. So for this one, we'll be first making a straight through class. So when we say straight through, the color coding dun sa first end and the color coding for the other end of the wire is the same. You can use the arrangement T568A or T568B. Okay, when we say T568A, it means na yung start ng ating color coding dito sa aking left side is white-orange. And pag naman sinabi nating T568B, ang start naman ng color coding sa aking left side is white-green. So, kung white-green yung umpisa nung inyong in-arrange na color coding, ganun din sa dulo. Kasi we're making a straight-through cable. Okay. So, the color codings are provided on the left side or right side of my screen. Okay. I'll just arrange it. I'll just get my, where is it? I'll just pause the video for a while. Ayan. Okay. So this is the 8 insulated pair of wires. Okay. So for this activity, I'll be using the arrangement of T568A. Pag T568A, ano yung start niya? White-green. So I have here a list para hindi kayo mahirapan habang nagko-configure kung di nyo pa siya na-memorize. You may create a cheat sheet. Okay. For this demonstration, I'll be using T568A. So, let me first get the white-green. As it stated, white-green daw muna. And then the green. And then the white-orange. Ayan. It's your white-orange. And then blue. Okay, the blue. White, blue, orange, and then white, brown, and brown. Okay, so as you can see, they must be straightened out first before we put them inside or insert them inside the RJ45. You can use your fingertips, okay? Use your fingertips to straighten the 8 insulated wires. And once you're done, you can now use again the crimping tool. Okay. At least allot a half an inch for the adjustment in case you made a mistake. And then fit it with the RJ45. Your RJ45 must be facing like this. Okay? you should see the gold pins, and then insert the your already arranged wires. Insert it inside the RJ45. Careful. Ayan. Is this correct? Is this a correct way of configuring a UTP cable? No. You must at least include the protective sheet on this middle part of the RJ45. So you have to make some adjustment. Cut it again using a crimping tool. Ayan. Make sure na pantay sila. Okay. And insert it again in your RJ45. It still didn't fit. The outer protective sheet is not okay. Okay, ayan, pantay siya, as you can see. And then we can now insert it in RJ45. Yan. Make sure that the coppers are visible in the RJ45. Okay, press it. And we can now lock it using a crimping tool. Okay, insert it with the okay, and then press your crimping tool. If you'll hear a clicking sound, it indicates that you have successfully configured your UTP cable or na-lock mo yung RJ45 mo. Ayan. So you may now pull your RJ45. Careful not to damage the pins. So, do not press your crimping tool too hard, as you might damage the pins. And it will still not work even if you have configured it properly or you have a proper color coding and attach it securely. Okay. So, once that it is latched or locked with the other part of with the other end of your UTP cable, you can now also start crimping the other end. Again, for this, this is a straight through setup, so both ends should have the same color coding. So for this one, I use a T568A. So we also need to use the color coding T568A. Okay. For the procedures, it is the same as what we have done with the other end. Use your crimping tool. Careful with the blade. Cut at least at least half an inch, or you may use your finger. Okay. Ayan. Para masukat kung gaano yung kakat natin. Okay, press it. First, okay. Again, gently press your crimping tool and then gently twist the your cable, ayan, to expose the 8 insulated wires inside. Once that you think it is already cut, the protective sheet is already cut, you can now pull it using a crimping tool or your bare hands. Ayan. Careful not to damage the insulated pairs. Okay, you may use a wire to cut additional fabric or threads that you see with your cable. Ayan. Okay, I'll just get my green tablecloth. So again, you can see the insulated wires are twisted with each other. You untwist it first. Ayan. And then arrange them in a proper order. For this one, again, we use T568A. So, ang start niya dapat is white-green. So, I just fold the white-green part. Para di kayo malito, kung you may look at your configured part of the wire. So, for this one, we have white-green. Also have green and white-orange. Medyo mahirap lang paglapitin yung mga separate wires. And we have blue. We also have white-blue. And then we have orange, white-brown, and then brown. Ayan. Use your fingertips again. To straighten the insulated wires. And then make sure na pantay yung dulo. And use a crimping tool to cut the excess wire. Okay, I'll just get an RJ45. Okay. This is your RJ45. So again, at least the upper cover or the outside cover or the PVC cover should be attached to the RJ45. Okay, and then again use your crimping tool to secure or lock your RJ45 with your UTP cable. Press it, not too tight, just the right amount of force, and when you hear a clicking sound, it means that you have successfully locked your RJ45. Check if the pins are still in place and are not broken. So once that you have successfully crimped your RJ45, and there you have it, you now have a configured UTP cable. And to test if it works, your straight through, you may use a land tester. Pero for some I will include it in another video paano gamitin yung land tester. And that's it for now. Yung crossover, ganun din, iba lang yung arrangement. For example, you use, on the other end, you use a T568A. So, the other end, you must use a different color coding. So, kanina dito, T568A. Dito naman sa isa, dapat ay T568B naman. Kailangan di sila magkamuka. Kaya nga sila crossover. Now, the difference between a straight through is crossover is that meron silang pinagkaibang function.